Have you ever noticed that some people seem to be chaos magnets? No matter where they go, they find an argument, a bureaucratic problem, or a reason to be offended. They live in a permanent state of friction. On the other hand, there are those who walk through the same world in a state of unshakable grace. It's as if the universe clears a path for them. Problems seem to dissolve before they even arrive. Most people call this luck, or perhaps a chill personality. But in this laboratory, we don't believe in luck. We believe in mechanics. What you are witnessing is the law of harmony in action. This law dictates that your external environment is not a random series of events, but a precise mathematical reflection of your internal frequency. If you feel like your life is a constant battle against your boss, your partner, or the world at large, it is because you are unknowingly vibrating in defiance of this law. Today, we are going to dissect the mechanics of harmony. We will explore why conflict keeps finding you, and, more importantly, how to become a person who is no longer compatible with drama. Before we go deeper, we must revisit the fundamental protocol of this channel. Do not believe a single word I say. Belief is a trap for the intellect. It requires no effort, no observation, and leads to no growth. We are not here to provide you with a new set of dogmas or positive thinking cliches. We are here for verification. If the information I provide sounds logical, don't just nod your head. Take it out into the field, into your office, your home, your social circles, and test it. If your life becomes more peaceful, then you have found a truth. If it doesn't, discard it. We are not building a following. We are building masters of reality. This is an experiment, and you are the lead researcher. Let's look at the blueprint of the law of harmony. In the Universal Laws Lab, we define harmony not as a feeling or an emotion, but as a state of energetic equilibrium. Think of a complex musical instrument. If one string is out of tune, it creates dissonance that affects the entire orchestra. The law of harmony is the universal tuner. It dictates that any system, from a galaxy to a human cell, seeks to maintain balance. When you resist your environment, when you try to force people to think like you, or when you react with anger to an event you cannot change, you are introducing dissonance into the system. You are hitting a wrong note in the symphony of reality. Universal law is impersonal. It doesn't care if you are right or wrong in a moral sense. It only responds to the energy you emit. If you introduce friction, the law must return a counterforce of friction to eventually force a return to balance. This is why the person who fights for justice with anger often finds themselves surrounded by more injustice. They are feeding the very dissonance they claim to hate. Harmony is an internal frequency that dictates how the external world is allowed to interact with you. You aren't a victim of your environment. You are its co-creator through your level of harmony. To understand why the law of harmony is vital, you must understand the concept of vital energy. Think of your consciousness as a high-performance machine. To function at a level where you can perceive opportunities, feel joy, and maintain health, you need a full battery of energy. This is your most precious currency. The problem is that most people are energetically bankrupt. Every argument, every moment of resentment, and every uninvited opinion is a short circuit in your battery. When you enter a state of friction with someone else, you are paying for that conflict with your own life force. Is being right in a Facebook comment or an office argument worth 3 hours of your vital energy? The law of harmony states that the wise person never engages in a battle they haven't already won internally. If someone offends you and you react, they have successfully gained control over your energy. You have become compatible with their low frequency. To master this law, you must become incompatible with conflict. This doesn't mean you are a doormat. It means you are so centered in your own frequency that the hooks of other people's drama find nowhere to latch onto. You stop being a source of food for the chaos of others. How do we stop the energy leak? By practicing the art of non-interference. This is the practical application of the law of harmony. In this lab, we follow 3 technical rules. Rule 1. Never give an opinion unless it is explicitly asked for. Most people think they are being helpful by giving advice. In reality, they are interfering with someone else's learning process. When you give an uninvited opinion, you are telling the other person, "I know better than you how you should live your life." This is an ego-driven interference that inevitably creates friction and resistance. Rule 2. Never offer help unless it is truly needed and requested. This is the hardest rule for many. We have a savior complex. But helping someone who hasn't asked for it often stems from a hidden desire to feel superior or to control the outcome. True help respects the other person's right to face their own challenges. Interference here creates dependency and disrupts the natural harmony of the other person's evolution. Rule 3. Never judge what you do not understand. Since you can never fully know the pedagogical design of another person's soul, or why they are going through a specific crisis, your judgment is always based on incomplete data. Judgment is a massive energy leak. When you follow these 3 rules, the noise of the world begins to fade. You stop attracting chaos magnets because you no longer provide the friction they need to exist in your space. The ultimate objective of mastering the law of harmony is what we call invulnerability. An invulnerable person is not someone who is hard or cold. It is someone who is so aligned with the higher laws that nothing external can disturb their internal peace. Imagine a mountain in the middle of a hurricane. The wind screams, the rain lashes down, and the lightning strikes. But the mountain does not try to fight the storm. It doesn't complain about the weather. It simply remains. Eventually, the storm passes, and the mountain is unchanged. When you raise your frequency to match the law of harmony, the law of correspondence begins to work for you. Your environment begins to mirror your internal stillness. People either change their behavior around you because they feel your lack of resistance, or they simply disappear from your life because they can no longer find a hook in you. You have become a different kind of observer, and therefore, you live in a different kind of reality. Here is your challenge for the next 7 days. This is the experiment for this session. Practice absolute non-interference. For 1 week, refuse to enter into any argument. If someone asks for your opinion on a conflict, remain neutral. Do not offer advice unless someone explicitly says, "I need your help. What should I do?" Observe your internal urge to interfere. Notice how much energy it takes to keep your mouth shut and your mind still. By the end of the week, check your energy levels. Are you less tired? Is your mind clearer? Verify the results. We will be here when you are ready for the next law. I am your guide. This is the Universal Laws Lab.